Alright, now that we have this rough general box shape, we need to produce the feature that's going to be this pocket cutout down in here. So these are the steps that we're going to make now. Okay, so with that here, we're going to be creating another sketch. We can click on this top surface here right now, click right there, and then come up here to create sketch, or you could do it the other way, create sketch, and then select this. But here we go. Create sketch. Again, looking straight down on top. You can reposition. I'm hitting the center mouse button to pan around, and then using the cursor to that center mouse button roll to zoom in, zoom out if I need to. I've resized it to where I like it right now, and that's good. Again, we're going to come back here and do another 2-point rectangle. In this case right now, if you look to the dimensions that we want here, we're going to be concerned with this dimension, the 1 inch 250 thousandths or 1.250 dimension, this other dimension right here, 2 inches right there. This is what we're going to be creating along with its positioning. Some people were concerned, oh, well, how do I center that up, Mr. Foreman? We're going to get to that in a second here. But for right now, we don't have to worry too much about where we place this. I'm just going to place it right here. Place first corner. I'm going to come up. The previous video segment here, I didn't input data right here right now, but you can see I can't come back over, but the 1.10 inch is highlighted in blue right now. I'm going to start doing is type in that value. I want it to be 1 inch 0.250. See how that actually shifted up and changed size? I'm going to hit enter right now. Oops. So it actually applied that value. What I was going to need to do probably is hit the tab key to get to the next one. But for right now, what it has given me is that one dimension there locked in. Now I'm hitting the letter D on my keyboard, or I'm going to hit escape now and show you this other cool feature. I'm right clicking on the mouse button. I right clicked and I'm holding down on the mouse button right now. You could do the last command I had given the computer was a sketch dimension. I'm now moving my mouse up to that point, and I can release right there, and cool, look, it got me into the dimension function. I'm now hitting escape again because I'll show you that another way to do that is down here. So under sketch there, I came down, it's now giving me these options, and if I come over to the left and highlight that way, and cursor over that and release, now I'm back to this dimensioning tool, which is where I want to be right now. So here we go. Clicking that vertical, coming down, clicking there. That value needs to be 2 inches, 2.000 if you want to do it that way, hitting enter. Ooh, I've got that there. But now, this rectangle is not where I want it to be relative to the other part of the box. Notice I'm actually clicking and dragging it. I can move it in space. It's not locked in this direction, but its size in these directions is locked in. Now what I need to do here, hitting the letter D on my keyboard right there to pull up dimension. And then you can find these dimensions on the drawing. This is going to be we are going to be concerned with finding where this rectangle shape is located relative to the walls of the box, and that is going to be 3/8 of an inch or 0.375. I happen to dimension it from this wall over, so we can do that replicate it that way. And then from this edge down is going to be 0.250. So let's try and do that. Here we go. As simple as I've got my dimensioning. I'm clicking this line to that line. By my drawing, that is supposed to be 0.375, 375 thousandths. Enter. Now I'm out of that. I'm holding down my right mouse button. I'm coming up there, repeat sketch dimension. There to there. 0.250 is that dimension. Enter. Now you have placed that rectangle where you want it relative to the box. I can then at this point stop sketch, or I could even from here now, that's the way we did it in the last video segment, stop sketch, but I believe we could also then come here to this create, extrude from right here now that we've got an enclosed profile, selecting the profile right here, and I don't want this to be a new body right now. This operation right here, not a new body. I want to make this a cut. This is important. If I make it as a new body, I'm going to add more material or a separate entity from what I did, and we can talk about that more now. Now what I'm doing is holding down the shift button, the middle mouse, to cursor around so we can see what's happening here as I do this. So now, again, we'd have to look at the drawing, but now that I've done this as a cut, I'm clicking and dragging on that arrow. See that I'm actually cutting down into that block of material. That's gone down negative 0.50 or half of an inch down. And if I release there, hey, I've just cut into that block half of an inch, but that value actually needs to be off of the drawing it's provided. That needs to be this value right here, 625 thousandths, 0.625 deep. So let's change that. Okay. So negative 0.625. And now if I hit enter on my key or this OK button, click OK, I have now created, again I'm orbiting around to see what I did, I have now created this cutout down in here. Okay, and I can look from the top, it looks like that from there. If I come back to the home isometric view, I have created that there. So now, if I had happened to make a mistake somewhere along the lines here, and I input the wrong distance depth down, notice now I've got two sketches showing up here. I could either turn that initial one on. If I click that light bulb, it's going to make it show up, or turn that off. The light bulb next to this one. And if you're not seeing this right now, for some reason that's hidden, under sketches here again, you'd have to click on this triangle there. Okay, so I've got a sketch now, but if I say I wanted to alter the depth of that I had just made there, I could come down to here, this extrude 2, which is that cut. I've got extrude 1 and extrude 2. I can right click on that. I can edit the feature. And then this is going to give this dialog back again, where I could either click and drag if I wanted to alter that there. If I needed that to be just negative 0.03, or excuse me, 300 thousandths deep, I could click OK, and now that updates. Now I don't want that, I want to make it back the way that it was. So edit feature, come back, negative 0.625, typing that in, enter. Now I'm back to the way that I wanted to be. Cool.